Hey, what's up ThunderCats fans? It's review time. I'm back talking about ThunderCats Ultimates Wave 8. Today I'm having a look at the final character of the 4 that I have reviewed so far, and that is Captain Shiner. Here we have Captain Shiner. He is such a cool character. This is one of the characters that you can just hear when you look at him. I mean, he's got so many expressions. He's got 3 different heads in here, but you can just hear this character. He is really so cool. And Super7 did some nice things with this guy. Those folded elbows, but we'll get to that in a minute. But he is really such a cool addition. If you know the cartoon and you're familiar with the storylines, then you'll be so happy to get him. He's got nice art here on the back. I do like this. I hope we get a reaction figure of him. I do like this pose. It's kind of interesting. This is obviously achievable with what we've got in here, but talking about poses, he comes with his folded arms, and that is like so cool. This is the first time that we've gotten this for ThunderCats Ultimates, and I'm going to open him up to see what he looks like on the inside. Well, here we have Captain Shiner in all his glory. I'm so glad we got this action figure, and look at this. I mean, this is probably the most unique thing in terms of articulation that I've seen so far from Super7. We've seen it with other characters like Power Rangers, where you can change the arms, and Silverhawks, but these are detachable folded arms. They're easy to take off, and this is just so fantastic. You just swap them out with the standard arms that you get, and they plug in like so easily. You just have to force them in with just a little bit of pressure, and once they click, they're in place. And it's just, here's the other one. It's really just, I love this feature. This is so awesome. Well, they've got the standard articulation that you'd expect. The arms can go out, and they've got the bend here by the elbow, and of course they've got the bend here by the wrists. So the hands are replaceable, of course. And then another thing that he has got is, well, he's got an ab crunch, and that is so cool. He's the only one in the wave that's got an ab crunch. It's got this little plastic belt here around his shoulder, like a sachet, but it's probably showing off his rank. He can go a rotation at the waist, and then his legs, well, this one is just a little stuck, but it can go out. Let me just try this on. Yeah, it goes out all the way. There we go. It's another one that does the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. So he's got the bend at the knee as well. It is, let me just see, not entirely 90 degrees, but it does the work. He's got the elbow, the ankle rockers here, and they go out quite far. This is quite nice. Not so much forward. It's probably because that bit in front of the boot. Okay, as you can see here, this little bit from the monocle is plugged out. It's basically because I just moved his head around a little bit, but I've got a little plastic toothpick here, just to show you. Just look at that detail. I mean, the eye, it's so beautifully done. I just love that. But this thing, if you're gonna struggle with it, put something plastic behind it, lift it up, and then you can just push it in, because then it gives some space behind it. It's probably best just to try it above. There we go. And then you just plug it in, and it's there. It's staying put, and it's in its place, and you can portray your Captain Shiner with any head that you want. So I'm just going to take this one off, plug it out first, and then let's take this head off. It's a little tight. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So we've got this other head, the screaming head. I do like this one, probably the one that I'm going to use. And then just plug it in. It is a little bit tight as well. There we go. And then we're going to try and put this thing back again. So just remember to use something nice and plastic that you can lift that belt thing off, and then you've got space for it to just plug in, and it will just stay in place, and your figure will just look fantastic. There we go. Okay, so he's got this blaster. I'm so glad that we've got this blaster, because with a vintage toy you didn't get the blaster, you just got that red gun. And then he's got the arms with the hands. There's already that open hands that can hold it. Use that one, and then he's got the Sword of Omens, the obscured one. The only thing that I'm concerned about, or I don't understand, is this bottom of it is also painted the same grey as the wrappings around the eye of Thundera. Not sure why. It doesn't matter. I use that with the other hand. I mean, I like all the different Sword of Omens, because this one it speaks from a scene from the cartoon, and that looks so cool. Then he's got different hands. This clawing hand is where you can pose him with if he wants to grab something. Then he's also got this pointing kind of finger. It does look cool. And then also he's got another open hand that's a more stoic hand than the expressive ones that we had before. So he's got these shackles. Now these shackles remind me of the shackles from Snake Mountain. They're not entirely the same, but these are so cool. It's a metal chain, and they just go around the ankles of your Lino figure, or whichever figure that you want to use to be his prisoner. And that is just, I mean, it looks so good. It really just looks, I thought it was a bit oversized, but it actually fits perfectly. And then you've got this third head. This is an angry head, and it's got red shading, which is different from the others. It's all around the head on certain places, probably because he's angry, but I do like this. It's a rather good capture of his angry head. So here I've got Captain Shiner lined up with Lino and Panthro and mumm-ra and Snarf, which he appears with in that episode where they go to Neptune. And now this is probably a point of concern for a lot of people, because a lot of people say he's too short. Now he might appear just a teensy bit shorter than Panthro, a lot shorter than Lino, but I've got some screen grabs here which I've taken from the cartoon, and they actually do show that he is almost the same height as Panthro. He is definitely shorter than Lino. He is taller than mumm-ra, so I do agree that he might be just a little bit shorter than Panthro, but I do think that he is in scale with how he was in the show. So I do think that Super 7 got this guy out just right. I do like him. So in conclusion, I am really pleased with this guy. Next to Alluro, you can also hear this guy scream. You can hear him, his annoyance in his voice. You can hear him just saying, take him away. He is really just such a cool character. He doesn't have plenty of appearances, but he does have very important appearances in the cartoon. And I think Super 7 just knocked this one out of the park. He might be very plain, but he is part of the rich ThunderCats history. And if you are a ThunderCats fan, I would definitely say, get this guy. He is definitely worth standing on your shelf.
Super 7 ThunderCats, the